BSIT 2105, and for today's video is all about IP address and number system. So first of all, what is IP address? So the IP part of IP address is stands for Internet Protocol. Then the address part refers to a unique number that get linked to all online activity you do, somewhat like a return address on a letter you'd send out. All this happen in milliseconds while you have an internet and a technology to use. So, an IP address plays a significant role in that. So, you and your computer actually connect to the internet indirectly. You first connect to a network that is connected to the internet itself and grants or gives you access to the internet. So that network might be your internet service provider or ISP at home, or a com- company network at work if you have a work, or a wireless network at a hotel or coffee shop when you're on the road. But with a million of computers on the internet, how your single computer jump right in and get you, your work or personal emails and more without any problem. So there are protocols to make sure you can do your things on the internet. Your computer network software is hardware. Everything machine every machine on a network has a unique identifier. Just as you would address a letter to send in the email, computer use the unique identifier to send data to a specific computer on a network. Most networks today include all computers on the internet use the TCP or IP protocol as the standard for how to communicate on the network. In the TCP/IP protocol, the unique identifier for a computer is called its IP address. So there are two standards for IP addresses. So these are the IP version 4 or the IPv4 and IP version 6 or the IPv6. All computers with IP address have an IPv4 address, and many are starting to use the new IPv6 address system as well. Here what these are address type means. So IPv4 uses 32 binary bits to create a single unique address on the network. An IPv4 address is expressed by four numbers separated by dots. Each number is the decimal base 10 representation for an 8-digit binary base 2 number, also called an octet. For example is 216.27.61.137. So in the IPv6 rather uses 128 binary bits to create a single unique address on the network. An IPv6 address is expressed by 8 group of hexadecimal base 16 numbers separated by colons, as in 2001 colon CDBA colon 0000 colon 0000 colon 0000 colon 0000. So groups of numbers that contains all zeros are omitted to save space, leaving a colon separation to mark the gap, as in 2001 colon CDBA colon 3257 colon 9652. So that is the example. So at the dawn of IPv4 addressing the internet was not the large commercial sensation it is today, and most networks were private and closed off from other networks around the world. When the internet exploded, having only 32 bits to identify a unique internet address caused people to panic that we'd run out of IP addresses. Under IPv4, there are 232 possible combinations, which offer just under 4.3 billion unique addresses. IPv6 raised that to a panic-relieving 2,128 possible addresses. Later, we'll take a close look at how to understand your computer's IPv4 or IPv6 addresses. So, how does your computer get its IP address? An IP address can be either dynamic or static. A static address is one that you figure yourself by editing your computer network settings. This type of address is rare, and it can create network issue if you use it without a good understanding of TCP/IP. Dynamic address are the most common. They're assigned by the Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol or the DHCP, a service running on the network. DHCP typically runs on network hardware such as router or dedicated DHCP server. Dynamic IP addresses are issued using a leasing system, meaning that the IP address is only active for a limited time. If the lease expires, the computer will automatically request a new lease. Sometimes this means the computer will get a low IP address too, especially if the computer was unplugged from the network between leases. This process is usually transparent to the user unless the computer warned about an IP address conflict on the network. Two computers with the same IP address, rather. An address conflict is rare, and today's technology typically fix the problem automatically. So next is let's take a close look at the important part of the IP address and the special role of certain addresses. So IP classes, either you read the IPv4 addresses represent 48-digit binary number. That means that each number could be 0000000000 to 81, or the 11111111 in binary, or 0 to 255 in decimal base 10. In other words, 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. However, some numbers in that range are reserved for specific purposes on TCP/IP network. These reservations are recognized by the Authority on TCP/IP Addressing, the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority, or IANA. For specific reservation, 0.0.0.0 is this is represent the default network, which is the abstract concept of just being connected to a TCP/IP network. So the 255.255.255.255 So this address is reserved for network broadcasts or messages that should go to all computer on the network. So in 127.0.0.1, so this is the called the loopback address, meaning your computer way for of identifying itself whether or not it has an assigned IP address. So 169.254.0.1 to 169.254.255.254. So this is the automatic private IP addressing, or the API-PA range of addresses assigned automatically when a computer's unsuccessful getting an address from a DHCP server. So the other IP address reservation are for the subnet classes. A subnet is a smaller network of computer connected to a larger network through a router. The subnet can have its own address system, so computer on the same subnet can communicate quickly without sending data across the larger network. A router or a TCP/IP network, including the internet, is configured to recognize one or more subnet and route network traffic appropriately. The following are the IP address reserved for subnet. So, how DCP assigns addresses? So, when you add a computer to a network, that computer uses a four-step process to get an IP address from DHCP. So, discover. The computer sends out a broadcast message on the network hoping to discover a DCHP or DHCP service provider. Offer. Each DHCP provider hears the message, recognizes the unique hardware address of the computer, and sends a message back offering its services to that computer. Request. The computer select a DHCP provider from its offering and then send a request to that offering asking for an IP addresses assignment. Acknowledge. The target DHCP provider acknowledges the request and issues an IP address to the computer that doesn't have any other IP addresses currently active on the network. Let's go on now to the number system. So, what is number system? So, number system is a numeral system writing in a system for expressing numbers that is a mathematical notation for representing numbers for a given set, using digital or other symbols in a consistent manner. The same sequence of symbols may represent different numbers in different numeral systems. So there are four types of number system. These are decimal system, binary system, octal system, and hexadecimal system. So first of all, what is decimal system? In decimal system, the base or radix is 10, since any position can contain one of 10 digits, prefer 3 above. The system therefore has a carrying factor of 10, and each digit indicates a value which depends on the position it occupies. For example, in 6421, the digit is 6, signifies 6 times 1000. So the decimal system uses 10 digits to record the number. The 10 digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And any number used is based upon a power of 10. So that's all of the decimal system. And for the binary system is whereas decimal system uses 10 digit to record the number, the binary system uses only 2 digit for recording the number, that is 0 and 1, and its base is 2, whereas that of decimal system is 10. Although in every life people generally use the decimal number system for counting, it is more convenient to use the binary number system in a computer because electronic components are usually in one of two states which can be used to represent 0 and 1. The two-digit used in the binary system. So, to elaborate it further, so the computer does not have a large number of systems for representing data. It has only two 0 and 1 called binary digit or bits. These correspond to the two electronic or magnetic state used in computer circuit and storage. So, the computer does not have a large operation. So, there are two types that we can call digit or bits. So, these are 0 and 1. And for example, if a punch paper tape is used in the computer, a hole in a tape may allow electrical contact to made on, and the absence of a hole in the tape does not allow electrical contact to be made, or it can be off. Therefore, a hole can represent 1 and no hole can represent 0. Binary system is more compact than the decimal system of coding, as the latter will need large size of the storage medium and relative complexity of a reading device. So, the third one is the octal system. The octal system is base 8 and hexadecimal system base 16 are of importance because they can be used as shorthand for binary numbers. So this is because three binary digits can be represented by the number 0 to 7, the octal range, while four binary digits can be represented by the number of 0 to 9 and A to F. So the fourth one is the hexadecimal system. The hexadecimal system has a base 16 and the digit 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and letters A, B, C, D, E, F are used. The letter A, B, C, D, E, and F represent the decimal numbers 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 respectively. So, when hexadecimal is used to represent a binary numbers, the individual hexadecimal digit represents successive group of four binary digits starting at the point. This is similar to the conversion from binary to octal, in which each set of 3 bits is translated to an octal digit. So that's all I can give you guys about IP address and number system. I hope you learn a lot and thanks for watching. Bye.